With all the glitches going around on Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, it's hard to decide which one works best for you. Some seem to work for some people, for others not so much. So I wanted to share the most consistent, the most effective, and the most time efficient glitches that I perform every single day when I log in to TOTK. First, let's talk about duplicating weapons, shields, and bows. One of the most effective ways that I've found, and I tell you I've done them all, but when it comes to the least time consuming way that I've personally found to duplicate weapons, shields, and bows, I always manage to come back to this method. I take a cart and a shock emitter. I fuse the shock emitter to my cart and then I place it in one of these display rooms. Now there's two ways to do this and I vacillate between both of them. One way is to trigger the shock emitter and make sure you have your weapon out, whichever weapon you're choosing to duplicate, and just run right into the electric current while mashing the A button to attempt to glitch the system and have the system shock the weapon out of your hands while you're actually placing the weapon on display, giving you a duplicated weapon. And another way to make this happen is by working with your lightning resistant armor. For instance, if I'm trying to do my Hylian shield, I'll trigger my shock emitter, walk right up to the display, pull up my shield, I'll then press the plus button to go into my inventory, take off one piece of my lightning resistant armor, which means when I back out of here, I will be electrocuted. And the idea is to back out and attempt to display all while getting electrocuted at the same time. If you do this correctly, you should see one of the items fly behind you right out your hands, and you should see another item get added to the display. Ironically, when I first seen this glitch, I thought, that's just stupid. Ain't no way I'm finna just sit here and electrocute myself all day. Fast forward to version 1.12, and it's the only glitch that I currently use to duplicate my weapons, bows, and shields. Now we're gonna talk about transferring weapon stats and upgrade buffs. This means you're gonna transfer the stats and the upgrade, like durability up or attack up, from one weapon to another. If you're new to glitches, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is save your game. Next, you're gonna select the weapon that you wanna transfer these stats and upgrades to, and we're gonna drop that on the ground. Walk on over to the left here so that when you drop your next weapon, it's not stacking onto the one you just dropped. You see the Royal Halberd has attack up +7, and I'm going to transfer that to the Zora Spear. This next step proves difficult for a lot of players because they pretty much screw up the timing on pressing L and ZL. And I believe the problem is that players are pressing L and ZL too quickly. My recommendation is to start slower and then work your way up toward being faster until you're able to perform the dupe. Should be something like L, ZL. Make sure you have two shields with nothing fused on them. Press L and then ZL. Now while holding L and ZL, you should come to this menu here. An indicator if you're doing the glitch right is if you see this glowing light right here, right above Link's head. As you're letting go of L and ZL, you're going to continue to press left on the D-pad until you're able to glitch your shields on screen, and then hold the left on the D-pad. From here, you're going to slide over, select a different shield, and then let go of everything. If you got the timing down, you should see the weapon duplicate. The weapon is currently fused to our shield, but we can't see it here. We have one on the ground and one fused to our shield in our inventory. The dupe weapon, the one on the ground, is the one that we're going to transfer the upgrades and stats to. In this next step, walk a little bit away and we're going to drop the shield that we just fused the weapon to, and then equip a new shield. Make sure you have no other weapons equipped, and now it's just a matter of picking these items back up in the correct order. So we're going to head on over to the Zora Spear, which we wanted to transfer the +7 attack upgrade from the Royal Halberd onto the Zora Spear. So we'll pick this one up first, then we'll head on over and pick up our shield, and right after that we'll pick up our Royal Halberd. And now we go into our inventory and we see that the effects and stats from the Royal Halberd have been transferred over to the Zora Spear. Now this glitch could work on any item as long as the items that you drop on the ground are not fused, and the shields that you're attempting to put weapons on do not have anything fused to them as well. As soon as you get the timing down, this is probably one of the easiest glitches to perform. This next glitch is the bread and butter, because you're allowed to duplicate your items. Not only are you allowed to duplicate your items, but you're going to duplicate them super fast. In order to maximize the potential for this next glitch, it's best to have a 5-shot burst bow. If you don't have a 5-shot burst bow, just look up right here on YouTube how to upgrade your bow at an Octorock. And this glitch takes place at Tobio's Hollow Chasm. If you haven't gotten the 5th Sage just yet, I released a complete walkthrough on how to get the 5th Sage and gain access to Tobio's Hollow Chasm. And I'll back out just a little here so you can see where you gotta go from Tobio's Hollow Chasm. You go in here and you're gonna make your way to about this point here. I have a fast travel point. In fact, we'll travel there right now. I tell you guys, when we lost the BY glitch, I was heartbroken. I felt like a lost puppy. I had upgraded my software and I'd lost access to the BY duplication glitch. That was until some genius came up with this glitch. Stuck between above ground and the depths, there's this area where you can shoot 5-shot burst arrows and the items get stuck here mid-air. You only use 1 arrow and you get 5 of the items that you fuse to it. So as we go up to it, you'll see that all of those items have been duplicated and you see all of these diamonds here on the ground. This is surely one of the most super time saving and time efficient glitches in regards to duplicating your items or getting more of the items you actually want. And this here is one of the glitches that I perform every single day I log in to TOTK. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Maybe it'll save you guys some time. If you guys have new and innovative ways to complete some of these tasks like duplicating items or weapons, don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please consider subscribing to All City 2 for a bunch more Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom tips, tricks, and walkthroughs. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all.